Stand up.
当美式小仙女在公共场合发疯，还拳打81岁老人，美国警察又该如何处理？2023年9月21日，美国田纳西州纳什维尔机场有人报警称，一名女子在公共场合制造骚乱。后来警方确认嫌疑人为凯西，她先是在公共场合大喊大叫，而且还朝路人吐口水，而且还打砸了机场内几家商店。后来有一位老奶奶上前理论，结果这位81岁的老奶奶被凯西一拳打倒在地。当警员赶到机场候机大厅时，已经有热心的目击者向警员主动描述当时的情况。
Assaulted. And both of them were. She spit on her and then knocked her with the cell phone.
Okay, date what?
You can show it.
19, 18, 97 with the room.
Of course, she was like in the way, but you can turn this up.
Call the police.
She's screaming and yelling at her right here.
She did take the face of her cell phone, and that's what hit her.
That's what hit her, but it's you were in the way. Look at that. So right here is when she walks up to her and hits her.
现场又出现了一位热心的女目击者，将她当时拍的视频拿给警员看，这对警方来说是他们之后指控凯西殴打老人的有力证据了。这几位美女目击证人将详细的案发经过都告诉了警员，之后还把自己手机拍的视频也传给了警员，并且告诉警员，凯西在打完人之后沿着一条小路逃跑了，他应该是躲了起来。他们将自己知道的凯西逃跑路线告诉了警员。现场的目击证人都很愤怒，因为他们都觉得凯西实在没有理由去打一位81岁的老奶奶。在跟目击证人了解情况之后，警员又来到了一家被破坏财物的商店。商店店主告诉警员，凯西确实打砸了他们商店。现在证据已经非常充足，凯西确实是犯了事儿。警员在5分钟之后，在候机大厅的一个角落找到了淡定自若的凯西。
Hi, ma'am. My name is Officer Link with the airport police. Need you to go ahead and stand up. Stand up, please. Ma'am, stand up. Put your hands behind your back. Stand up.
Do not resist.
Roll over.
Resist. Okay? Don't make this any worse than you've already made it.
警员准备给凯西戴上手铐，但他赖在了地上不动，也不肯翻身，不愿意将自己双手背在身后给警员上手铐。经常看视频的小伙伴们都知道，在美国警察面前弄这一套是完全没用的。
Hands behind your back.
Now,
Do it
give me
now.
your hands.
Officer Lincoln, was it the store at
Put
the
your hands behind your back. Do not resist.
or was it one
Do
down
not
here?
resist. Okay? Okay? Do not resist. Do not resist. Being placed under arrest by this officer for disorderly conduct. Do you understand?
Stand up.
警员成功的给嫌疑人凯西戴上了手铐，之后他们准备将凯西带到机场外的警车，但凯西不肯走路，他说自己的腿现在走不了路，警员没有办法，给他搞来了一辆轮椅，但真当轮椅来的时候，他又开始作妖了。凯西坐上轮椅之后开始剧烈反抗，不过这个轮椅就是为凯西这样的人而特殊定制的。现在警员给凯西上轮椅上面自带的捆绑带。
Hanging on there right now. Good. Nope. 3 on Charlie Concourse to be 310. I'm walking that way.
在将凯西捆绑好之后，警员告诉凯西他为什么会被捕。在路上，凯西说出了一句让人震惊的话：“我才13、14岁，你们不能把我怎么样。”很难想象，这是一位能够在公共场合制造混乱、殴打80岁老人、打砸商店、朝路人吐口水的13、14岁小女孩。
Anybody down, before you do it, please.
Do not resist.
Just search on the ground.
I'll take my glass. Hold on. Wait. Take my glass off.
Do not resist.
I'm searching your person.
I don't want to break that. Those are 400.
Okay. Well, don't resist.
在上警车之前，凯西再次倒在地上，他还告诉警员他只有13岁。为了确保安全，在将凯西押送到警车之前，警员对凯西的身上进行了搜身，以防他身上有没有什么危险物品。在搜身完之后，确认凯西身上没有什么违非物品之后，3名警员合力将凯西直接拉了起来，将他强行的塞进了警车。
I don't damage myself.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now can I have my glasses?
Sit back. Don't hit him. Promise you that. Put your feet on the floor. You're not. There you go. Sit up straight. Watch yourself.
后来我们了解到，被凯西袭击的老人左眼角有撕裂伤，凯西将面临虐待老人、抵抗逮捕、行为不检等多项指控。那么本期的视频就到这里，感谢您的收看，我们下期视频再见。